Hello. So, I am doing the 10 Forever Cards tag by Novalunatarot. Only just discovered her channel because I watched Patsy T's video for the tag, because I watched quite a lot of Patsy T's video. I'm sure she's changed the name of her channel slightly, but I will put the link in my description for the video. Basically, it's 10 cards that you can't be without. These cards are something to you. They have meaning. Now, my descriptions might not be great. They might be a bit like all over the place, because some cards I really like and I can't always explain exactly why. So you'll have to forgive me for that. But these are cards that I would not be able to get rid of. Some of them are the reason I bought a deck, like in the first card. So we're going to start with the Relative Tarot. I can't remember who the creator is, but she brought out the Beloved Dead Oracle, which I haven't bought yet. These are mostly tarot cards. I have got a couple of oracles, but basically the Magician card on this deck. It's one of the images, like if you look it up on Amazon, or at least it was one of the images that it showed from the deck, and I saw it and I wanted it. And it has the as above so below thing. It's just, it has this carefree energy of I can create and do whatever I want to do, because I have the power and I can do it with want and abandon. I don't know how to describe exactly what I mean by that, but that is this deck I use for past life readings. But it's something that it's really, it's like she's like a genie. She can grant her own wishes and do it with flair, kind of thing. And I think when I first got it, I used it for some ancestor readings, and they were just epic. So pretty much all of these are forever decks, not just forever cards. That is the first one. This deck I have a love-hate relationship with. I have one of her other tarot decks, which I still have. The other one, the Muse Tarot, I got rid of. I gifted it to someone because I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't vibe with it. This has been in purgatory twice, but somehow found its way back out. And the card that is the forever card is this one. It is the Four of Cups, and it pretty much to me sums up every single thing that the Four of Cups is. And when I've got this card in a reading, it has been yeah, that is exactly the Four of Cups. And if you ever I know if you go with the traditional Rider-Waite imagery, that's pretty good, but this is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. I know some people, I've seen a couple of people on the internet say it's not a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it bloody is. Even the meanings in the book are Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. So don't act like it's not. It is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but this summed it up for me better than the Rider-Waite-Smith images do. So yeah, that's why I find this deck really good for reading for other people, more so than myself. maybe that's why we have a love-hate relationship. So the next one is one that is very similar to the Light Seers, and I've had it less time because I only got it this year. It's featured in another video. I was going to pick the Hermit, but I chose not to. This card, the Chariot, is kind of like, this card is like, I am going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to get on my tiger, ride into town and sort shit out. And that's what I like about this card. It has, and like the stars in the background make it feel like I've got all the hope I have and all the hope I need, and I'm going to go and sort this shit out. And it inspires that kind of energy in me, and I thought that, yeah, that is definitely a forever card for me, because it was a bit difficult at first to think about what decks I have cards in that I would keep the deck just for that card. And then I found it a lot easier, because at first I was like, well, what forever cards do I have? And then I was like, actually, I have a few decks that, yeah, they're definitely forever decks with forever cards. So that is that. It has that energy about it. And sometimes I need that because I can be quite a, like, I'm going to hide away and not do anything about anything. But then this card is a, like, yeah, I'm going to sort this shit out kind of card. So yeah, that's that one. And I prefer this deck to the Light Seers, even though they are quite often compared. So we're going to go with the Urban Crow Oracle now, which, as you can see from the slight bow in the cards, is used well for myself and others. Now this one does have a slightly more, like, poignant thing to me, and that is this card, Play. And how can I express to you what it means? Like, what this card makes me think of, like, it's just three crows playing in the rain. But what this card makes me think of is that, like, when you're really stressed out and life is being shit, it makes you think of, like, on a rainy day, sticking on your boots and going outside and splashing in puddles like a kid. Or, like, sitting down and watching your favourite old cartoon to, like, kind of go back to a time and a moment when you didn't feel that stress. And that is what this card sums up for me. And that's why I picked it for the forever cards, because it gives you that, like, little reminder that, yeah, the world is shit, especially when you're an adult. But you can pick little 10-minute moments if you have to just be a child again. Like, eat a fat cake and draw silly pictures and stuff like that. That's what that card is for me. Yeah, I nearly cried then. That's so, like, that's, yeah. So the next card is from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. And this is a really, I like cardinals because they're red and they're like little feathery balls of blood in colour, which that sounds silly. But this card in particular, if I read it to you: thyself bleeds of sacredness and honour fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. And that is just such a nice message, with that image of the little cardinals, that it just, I don't know, I prefer this deck to the... I have this one on the Samhain deck, and Samhain is the celebration that I prefer more itself. But with these decks that I've got, this one I prefer more. The Yule deck I think is better than the Samhain deck for me personally. And this card is just epic. Like, really, just the words and the birds. I love birds. Birds are awesome. And yeah, I'm not... that's all I can give you on that one. I'm trying to place these in places. So I'm leaving this one till last because that is my favourite. We'll go with this next. This deck I could pick every single card from because they are all like really beautiful. But I picked Imagine because it's about like your dreams and your goals and your vision, and it just fits. It fits like my little internal aesthetic, to be fair, with the little forest under the crescent moonlight with an owl flying by. Just, and the owl even is holding a key, if you can see there, like a little key, which that gives you Hecate vibes, of course. But like being the key to your dreams and achieving your wishes and stuff, it just... it's something. It really is. I told you it would be difficult for me to explain what some of these cards do for me. But I just... this whole deck could be a forever card. Like everything in it. Now we'll go to this one, which I'm using a lot at the moment for my Instagram posts. And I picked a nice one, and I put a different light on so it can shine better than when I did a video about it. Look. If you can see like this, it's two figures sat on the grass under the stars. And that... this could be the star card if you took away to the bottom. It's meant to be the 10 of Pentacles, basically. The suit was renamed Stars. And this, like, being stable and not having to worry about anything and just being able to sit under the stars carefree without a worry is something I aspire to. And that's why I like it. But it also, this could be the Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Star. It could be a lot of cards. And here it's the 10 of Pentacles, and the fact that it's shiny makes it even better. But yeah, this is a new deck to me, but this is totally a forever card for me, who's had like several troubles with stability and such, particularly at the moment. So are we going to do the Somnia card first or the Last Unicorn? We'll go with the Somnia. The Death card from the Somnia Tarot. Now I nicknamed this deck the Horses in Bedsheets deck because every horse in this deck has a bedsheet on it. And by, like, I mean, it's a big sheet that could be put on a bed. So the thing I like about this card and why it's a forever card for me is because this is the Death card. Our last card is also a Death card, but this one, Death is about change. Now you can be stubborn and ignore the change and get nowhere. But this card, like, the sheet is white, so it's like a blank canvas. You don't know what's happening. You know, it's just like, the beginning of a change. It kind of reminds me of like the idea of chaos magic, of like the void from which you create everything. And that is like, because that also goes into like Greek mythology, being the original primordial being chaos, and from chaos came all life. And it's kind of that energy, like the change you make can be anything. It can be a very simple change, or it could be a massive change, and it'll get you somewhere. And that is what that card is in just a card. And this is the card that made me want the deck. Again, another deck where I've seen one card and I'm like, I'm having that deck. Definitely having that deck. And I did get it, and it was an expensive deck because this is an indie deck. So like, yeah. That is a forever deck. I do have a video of it somewhere on my small channel. Next, we have the Last Unicorn Tarot, which is my most favourite tarot deck in my collection. Since I had it. Before that, it was the Crow Tarot, but we're going to see that in a moment. I'm showing you this first because I'm leaving the Crow Tarot till last, because that has my most favourite card ever in all existence. But the Sun card from the Last Unicorn deck, it has this kind of energy of like, not just the joy and happiness thing, because this moment is obviously when the Last Unicorn has defeated the Red Bull and pushed him into the sea, and all the unicorns that were trapped are coming out. It's like this card is like telling you you have the freedom to enjoy life, and you have the freedom to be happy and enjoy whatever great moment you're in right now. And that's what I like about it. And I've pulled this a couple of times when I've been going through a rough time and had this card and been like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this moment. And not, because I can be quite negative at times, and when something good has happened, I'm a bit like, oh, something good's happened, but something shit will probably happen next. And I'm getting better at getting out of that mindset, but I still have moments, and this card is like a reminder of that moment. So yeah, final card, another death card. And it's from the Crow Tarot, which was my most favourite deck in the universe until I got the Last Unicorn deck. And it's the Death card. This card is why I picked this deck. And it is quite possibly the best death card I have ever come across in the whole time I've had tarot cards. Excuse me. And I've had tarot cards since I was 19, so like that's 20 years. So this is the best death card ever. And there's just something. It's the rebirth aspect of it. Just, I cannot give you the words I want to give to express how beautiful this card is. I will honourably mention the Devil and the Hanged Man and the Star and the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Swords. All these cards, they're just amazing. But this Death card, I have yet to find a Death card to surpass how beautiful this one is. It is my favourite tarot card in the whole of my tarot collection. Although the Last Unicorn deck is my favourite deck, this is absolutely my favourite tarot card in my whole collection, and I don't think that will ever change. So with that, I'm going to leave you to go and watch people's videos that are a lot faster than mine because I talk too much. Thank you if you did watch until the very end, and I hope even if I didn't give a good enough reason why I love these cards, you might have seen them and understood possibly why. So thank you.